It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Dallas Mavericks at their home American Airlines Center. And guys, for the Mavericks, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. We'll be checking out Kyle Lowry tonight. He's the definition, I think, of a late bloomer. When you see how his game has really blossomed with experience, how does his performance rate for you, Kenny, among the best point guards in the league?
Oh, he's up there when he's healthy. The key is health with him. I think he made his first All-Star team last year, first All-Star game. That was great. You know, at 28 years old, that usually doesn't happen when you're after 9 years in the league.
Over the course of his career, he's found ways to improve his game. He's not an efficient scorer, but he's got a lot of ways to create a shot. Heck of a player.
He'll sneak up on you and hit a triple-double on you, too, will Kyle Lowry. That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
The heart of Texas, a look at the city lights of Big D, Dallas. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Mavericks hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors. In the two meetings last year, they came away with wins, never losing.
Yeah, a quick two-game series. Between the two teams, one in each club's home building.
Well, looky here. We've got an inter-conference matchup. Always interesting to see how two teams match up that don't get a chance to see a whole lot of one another.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Raptors. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Jamari Carroll is out there with Scola, and it's Valanciunas in its center. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania, Clark, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
And it's DeRozan missing. On defense, Toronto. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And that kind of loss sticks with you for a while because they probably felt they were the better team on that night. They just could not make the plays down the stretch.
Guys, you know, there are times when you would rather lose by double digits than to let a win get away from you when you thought you had it. And that sometimes is harder to deal with.
That's good. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And watching Valanciunas rebound, it's clear he has all the tools. Great anticipation, really looks to box out. Strong vertical, might just need to add some strength to become a perennial 10-rebound-a-game guy.
Here's Parsons after the Raptors pick up two. Matthews, no good.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Now here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee.
And for Valanciunas, he's been working on his defensive consistency. Last year, he actually increased his blocks per game while lowering his fouls per game. That's a big step forward in his development.
Parsons for three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Parsons got 5 now.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. that's the way you like to start.
It's tipped. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. The Raptors in second.
Collectively, I mean, they had an amazing year at the free throw line. Sometimes free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everyone on their team had the hot hand.
Now here's Nowitzki. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Lowry against Williams. Pass to Carroll from downtown. And the Raptors hit again from deep. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times. So no one in clear control yet.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Raptors with the lead. Here's DeRozan. He goes up again. And Carroll gets it to go. Carroll's got 10 points in the game.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You know, in Dirk Nowitzki, you start to wonder if he's the best foreign-born player ever. Of course, you have a lot of competition for that distinction. I mean, you got Hakeem, Nash, Parker, just to name a few.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game. And back to the topic of Nowitzki as the greatest foreign-born player ever. I think Hakeem Olajuwon, Clark, is really his only challenger.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I'd keep Hakeem at the top of that list just because of his presence and impact at both ends of the floor. But Dirk, clearly one of the all-time greats in NBA history.
Mavericks trail by 3. 3-on-3. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Corey Joseph's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And when you watch Wes Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player.
Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Here's Williams. He drains the quick shot. Williams has got 7 points in the game. The Raptors have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense.
And for Matthews, you know, he knows that he's a strong defender. And so last year, his claim was that he was the best. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Shots good by Williams.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Here's DeRozan. Not enough on that one as it misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Dwayne Casey. One struggle they'll have in this game is finding the right person or combination of players to match up with Dirk. The problem, Coach says, is how do you play someone who can hit jumpers at such a high release point while being quick enough to stay with Dirk when he drives? We'll see if they've come up with any answers, guys.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And he gets it to go.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
To the inside, deflects the pass. Good. But Julia's got his first bucket of the night.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic. They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
And it's Carroll in the corner. Let's go. No good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And as they always seem to do, the Mavs feasted on the Eastern Conference last season. Dallas would end up with 50 wins on the year, and 21 of them coming against the East.
Biyombo, he's checked in for Toronto. Raptors trail by 8. And Joseph kicks to Biyombo. Joseph with the ball. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And good on the basket. Book it. As you said, the Mavs just taking it to the Eastern Conference. It's been that way for a long time, it seems. They've really carved out that number.
Well, under the Mavs' current ownership, they have never had a losing record against the Eastern Conference, Kevin. Beating up the East is why they've been in the playoffs so much in the last 15 years.
On the wing, DeRozan. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. DeRozan's got 7 points.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Screen by Scola. Here's Joseph. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates. And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
On the wing, DeRozan. Inside, Scola. Soft touch off the glass.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Here's Mesri, and that one is hammered home.
Boy, you got to love that assist by Darren Williams.
Raptors trail by 8. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And Joseph kicks to Scola. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 3rd rebound on the night. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Scola with a clean look. Scola can't get that one to fall.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Matthews gets it to go.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
And the Raptors call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Nowitzki. Anderson comes in for Chandler Parsons. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. And then for Toronto, Patterson, he's checked in for Scola. And it's Powell in for DeMarre Carroll. Now here's Joseph. He's covered by Felton. The wide open look here for DeRozan. The three-pointer no good.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Mavericks ball. And so here is Dallas, 11-point game.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Here's Powell, and they convert it last on attempt number 3.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound, and once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Outside, Felton. Some nice passing here by Dallas, and the basket good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's the screen. Patterson dishes to Powell. And it's off from three-point range. Dallas leading by 11. Berea kicks to Powell. Deep 2 from Anderson, and it's Dallas with another.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Joseph, the pass to DeRozan.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Here's Powell. Kicks it to DeRozan. Another miss by DeRozan.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
And he lays it straight in. Anderson's got his second bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
DeRozan's shot is good.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Berea kicks to Powell. For 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And really that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
Now here's Joseph, guarded closely. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist from Joseph. Joseph's got his 7th assist in the game. And here's Felton from the arc. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. The Mavericks on top, up by 11. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And DeMar DeRozan, star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring them back.
A lot of people never really pay no attention to the Raptors. They just look at the Raptors like another team, you know. So when I came, you know, I just wanted to bring that feeling back and the excitement that everybody had for the Raptors.
Let's face it, it's never easy for Toronto to get the attention that Clark, the U.S. teams get. That's just a fact of life that even Vince Carter at his best couldn't change.
And, you know, I don't even know if winning the championship would change that. Quite honestly, even if DeMar won the MVP. Just saying.
Yeah. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
They've been a well-oiled machine offensively thus far.
They've kept the ball moving, Greg, and their opponents chasing after it. That's how they've piled up all the points.
Anderson is out there with Powell. And it's Devin Harris. And there's J.J. Barea. And it's Pachulia in at the center position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. To the left wing. To the inside. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Biyombo.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one. And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
Good. 6 points for Devin Harris.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Poked loose. And now Barea running the floor all by himself.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And boy, are they taking advantage.
Harris on the double team. Goes up to the stripe. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Biyombo.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change, too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old with freshening up for the new.
And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Joseph. Lowry dishes to Powell. Williams comes with the double team. Valanciunas passes to Lowry. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And for Valanciunas last year, his offensive production was similar to the year before, but he cut down on his turnovers. He also raised his shooting percentage to a career-high 57%, and that, my friends, is improved efficiency.
Raptors trail by 18. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Dishes to Carroll. Lets it go with the three. Mavericks with the rebound. Nowitzki's got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know, talking about Valanciunas, the light clearly went on last season. He was more assertive, refined his post game. The next step is to extend his shooting range so he can help space the floor on offense.
Lowry kicks to Scola. The dish to Powell. Drills the three-pointer. Powell's got 5.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Williams dishes to Parsons. And here's Matthews from the arc. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough. Wes Matthews, a hard-nosed player on the wing. Strong frame, and he really does put it to good use at both ends.
And the Raptors call time here. Speaking of Matthews' strength, he really gets into you defensively.
Yeah, he wants to make you feel him. I mean, very physical. And offensively, he likes to post up and back down weaker, smaller defenders. I mean, you give him that mismatch, he will attack it with vigor.
Carroll passes to Lowry. Raptors moving the ball around. Scola takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
And it's Carroll in the corner to the inside. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. 8 points now for Valanciunas. Mavericks leading by 16. Over in the corner, Matthews. Parsons outside. Over in the corner, Williams. That three off the mark. Toronto's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Powell, that falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Powell's got his third bucket of the night. Dallas has gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. And Parsons gets it to go.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Banked in off the glass. And that's now 8 points for Luis Scola.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Harris. Rebound by Kyle Lowry.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Powell, that's good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
That drops. Now Lowry. Outside Scola. He feeds it to Powell. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
To the paint. Carroll kicks to Valanciunas. Lowry with the ball. Picked up by Nowitzki. Lowry drawing the double team. Outside Scola. Pass to Powell. 5 on the clock. Screen by Scola. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint. How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Lowry dishes to Scola. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Scola's got 10.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Count the bucket. And it's 13 points for Devin Harris.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And the call will be against Darren Williams. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Felton's checked in. And then for Toronto, Patterson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's DeRozan in for Powell. Lowry drives in, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Checking in for your Mavericks, Salah Mantry.
The feed now to Carroll. The tray. No luck. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
And we've seen Dallas just be fantastic since the start of the new millennium. Year in and year out, they seem to always win 50 games. Hit that mark again last season.
Well, last season they won 50, Greg, as you just said. That marked Clark the 12th time. It happened since 2000.
Well, clearly this franchise has been committed to winning. I mean, you hear that from a lot of franchises, but they often aren't willing to take the risk that the Mavericks take. The Mavs do a good job of putting their money where their mouth is.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Lowry against Williams. Scola kicks to DeRozan. A beautiful reverse layup. DeRozan's got 18 points in the game.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
There's the pass to Felton. Matthews dishes to Anderson. Outside, Felton. The 9-foot shot. The shot no good. Nice D from DeRozan. Matthews against Lowry. Scola sets a screen for Lowry. Scola passes to Carroll. Outside Lowry. And the shot is long. Mavericks leading by 13. Williams kicks to Matthews. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
It's deflected. Fast break, Toronto. Jumps up. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Anderson outside. Outside Williams. Felton inside the three-point line. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Offensive rebound. Dallas has gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Patrick Patterson. Dallas shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. That one is off. Well, last year Toronto won their division and got bounced out in the first round. Same result, Clark, they had back in 2014.
Yeah, but you know, despite that sameness, they were an improved team last season, Kevin. They did a lot of the small things better in total, and I thought looked better and more cohesive as a group.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Biyombo checks in for Luis Scola, and it's Joseph in for Damari Carroll. And here is Patterson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
And as you mentioned, the Raptors did improve last season. I mean, they cut back on their turnovers a lot. They were top 3 in the league in terms of taking care of the basketball.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And the dunk by Biyombo.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling. And as you said, the Raptors took care of the ball a lot better and as a result had more assists. They also cut back on their fouls, and that was helpful. Little things like that made them much more competitive as a team and helped lead them to those 49 wins.
Anderson can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 14. Here's DeRozan, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Stolen by Joseph. Fast break, Toronto. Lowry's got the ball. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 8th assist here tonight. Mavericks leading by 10. Out to the wing. Now here's Pachulia, covered by Biyombo. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
And he trims the lead to single digits.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Chandler Parsons is checked in for Anderson.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
35 seconds left in the first half of the game. Feeds it to Joseph. Passes it to DeRozan. To the middle. Puts up the baby hook. Pass to Joseph. He dishes it to DeRozan. Patterson, the screen. It's DeRozan with the drive. It's blocked. And now Felton running the floor all by himself. And that one's good. And now a 12-point Maverick lead.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
DeRozan. And the first half is now in the books. Mavericks lead by 12. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
I'm alongside Coach Casey. And, Coach, you guys are getting torched out there tonight. What's going on?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo. And I don't know what it is. I could care less about offense. You know, we're going to score. That's not the problem. It's making up our mind and having a commitment to the defensive end.
Coach, thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing here tonight. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. Nobody had an answer for Chandler Parsons in the first. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
Looking at Toronto, Kenny, your thoughts?
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting the team rain that many threes on you. And at that higher percentage, guys aren't fighting through screens. They're not staying with their shooters. They're not helping out. Just bad basketball on the defensive end. They've got to tighten it up on a high level in the second half.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for DeRozan. He's got 24 points and 4 assists. This is some performance we're witnessing out of him.
My man, a night to remember. No doubt about it.
Mavericks leading by 12, and on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Scola, and it's Carroll in at the 3 spot. The Raptors shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. One thing that can be said for Dirk is that he has been incredible in terms of an ambassador for the game. We know he's a Hall of Fame player, but what he's done off the floor and just everything for the European player coming into this league has been groundbreaking.
And Kevin, for me, he was an inspiration. I mean, he really opened the doors for a lot of European players to come over, and not just come over, but to be impactful. As you mentioned, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and that really has set the stage for this infusion of making our game truly global.
And Carroll gets it to go.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
Maverick shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. Parsons, good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 21 points for Chandler Parsons.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Carroll, no one around him. Trains the three-pointer.
There is no way No way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Kicks it out to Parsons. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Left side, DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. He kicks it to Carroll. Wide open. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. And he gets it to go.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
DeRozan in the corner. That one wide left.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Matthews with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Parsons for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
Give it up. Checking in for your Mavericks, Salah.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Parsons on the wing. He had stolen by Carroll. And now it's Lowry running. Here we go, all the way if he can.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
Parsons dishes to Nowitzki. No good. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Raptors trail by 12. Outside DeRozan. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nowitzki.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. The shot by Lowry, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it's Lowry with the rebound. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Good work defensively by Nowitzki. Dallas leading by 12. Kicks it to Parsons. Nowitzki outside. Parsons passes to Nowitzki. That's a 2 from Matthews. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 3rd assist on the night. Raptors trail by 14. Dishes to Carroll. Nowitzki with the steal. And now here comes Williams leading the break. And Parsons gets it to go.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And Lowry gets it to go.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Outside Matthews. Goes up on the wing. And he hits the jumper for 2. He's got 6.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Scola, a screen on Matthews. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Parsons comes with a double team. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Lowry. And it's Lowry again missing. Mavericks leading by 16. Down low. Here's measuring. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And the call will be against Darren Williams. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Harris is checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Powell's checked in. To the paint. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Powell's got 13.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Toronto was a strong team on the road last season, Clark. A big part of why they came away with 49 wins on the season.
And 22 of those 49 wins were on the road. As a group, they managed to keep things close on the road. And because of that competitiveness, they were over 500 there as well.
Dallas has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Back to Williams. To the middle. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. 5th, the Mavericks.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
It's stolen by Carroll. Fast break, Toronto. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket for Scola.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him. Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Well, for Darren Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
And guys, for Darren Williams last season, all those injuries finally affected his shooting. 39% from the field last year, the second lowest mark of his career, and he just couldn't create space or elevate to get the clean looks he had grown accustomed to.
Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. The Raptors also changing it up. Biombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Mavericks leading by 13. Here's Matthews. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. And that's now 28 points for Wesley Matthews.
And, you know, talking about Darren Williams, last year wasn't all bad. I mean, nearly 7 assists a game, 3.5 rebounds, a steal. Not the stocking stuffer he used to be, but he still battled and still contributed.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
And Joseph kicks to Powell. Here's the dish to Biombo. Carroll. The shot no good. And it's Dallas the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. That's good from Williams, the assist by Matthews. 14 points for Williams.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Well, let's take a look at last year's Dallas Mavericks and where they ranked in the NBA. Second in points off turnovers. Third in scoring. And they also showed up in the top 5 in fewest turnovers. When you squeeze the orange and take care of the basketball like they do, you put yourself in position to win.
And go back to points off those turnovers. I mean, teams really get caught unprepared to deal with that blitzing style, that trapping, diving in the passing lanes, and then running it down your throat in transition.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Felton comes in for Harris, and Barea subbed in for Darren Williams.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept him in it.
Here's Joseph. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Dallas?
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets, and there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Dallas making a switch here. Pachulia is checked in.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Matthews dishes to Powell. Outside Felton. That's a two from Matthews, and that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Carroll. Fires from deep. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Barea. Oh, that's blocked. And that one's good. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Felton inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Biyombo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Joseph kicks to Biyombo. Down low, Patterson. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup. Patterson's got it back down to single digits for the Raptors.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Anderson, he's checked in for Matthews. The big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but boy, it just never seemed to come together.
You just don't know. Trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out, and I give credit to ownership for talking to the players to see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal.
Out left to the wing. Here's Carroll, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Felton can't get it to go.
And things just didn't really work out with Rondo here with the Mavs. Missed a lot of games and at times clashed with that coaching staff.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
The better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Here's Barea. Cans the shot from the wing. Barea's got 7 points in the game.
And, you know, they said it was the injury, but you have to suspect the Mavs just shut him down in the playoffs. They took a big swing and missed with Rondo in acquiring him, but I think you have to give him credit for at least taking the risk.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
To the left side wing. Back to Patterson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
A different look for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Powell. And Parsons subbed in for Anderson. And Toronto also making a switch. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Powell. On its way from Parsons for 2. They grab their own miss. Nowitzki's shot's good.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Now here's Joseph. To the paint, here's Patterson. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Pachulia. And it falls over the rim and in. And the Mavericks lead by 14. 12 seconds left to play here in the third. It's stolen by Barea. And now Barea running the floor all by himself. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Dallas up by 16. And we'll have the start of the 4th from this. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Here's Lowry. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. J.J. Barea is out there with Williams. And it's Pachulia in at center, locking down the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Left side, Williams. He feeds it to Barea. On its way from Parsons for 2. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Parsons got 30.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
There's the feed to Joseph. To the inside. Valanciunas passes to Scola. Here's DeRozan. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Oof, this guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And he's on his way to putting up a big 3-point total.
Outside, Scola uncovered. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Kyle Lowry.
Mavericks leading by 15. The pass to Barea. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas.
Dallas ball. 2 points, Parkside.
Nowitzki outside. Another shot. Barea, no good. Raptors trail by 15. Lowry kicks to Joseph. Screen by Valanciunas. Shot off the screen. They get it again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. 8 rebounds and 2 blocks. Excellent defensive presence on the glass and delivering some of that shot blocking skill too.
He has really just owned the paint. Well-rounded performance.
Wesley Matthews checked in for J.J. Barea. Valanciunas hits them both.
Well, you know, you look at the Raptors and they improved in a number of ways last season, but their bench play was one of their bigger improvements. I mean, they had one of the weaker benches in the league in 2014, but they flipped that around last year.
Greg, one thing about the Raptors last year, they made the moves they needed to in order to be sure to fix their bench, strengthen their bench. It showed on paper and in person.
Yeah, credit their front office. In 2014, they had a bottom 5 bench in terms of scoring. Last season, they flipped that, became a top 5 bench in terms of that scoring, and even had the 6th man of the year leading the way.
Lou Williams.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
And Matthews gets it to go.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Williams attacking. And there's Parsons on the assist by Williams. Parsons got 38 points.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
17-foot shot on the way. And again, no good by Toronto. Mavericks leading by 16. Matthews with it, picked up by Joseph. Williams, that's a two-pointer. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Boy, they better D up on Williams or it could be trouble.
In the corner, it's Valanciunas from the baseline. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Matthews, boom, he jams it straight down.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Toronto. The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Mavs made the playoffs again last season. 14th playoff berth for them in the last 15 years, and only the San Antonio Spurs have made more, Greg, over that time frame.
Yeah, and they had a tough first-round opponent in the number 2 seed, Houston. A good old Texas tussle between the 2 and the 7 seeds.
Dallas leading by 14. Parsons outside. Back to Williams. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Fires from 18. No good. Nice D from DeRozan. The Raptors have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. That falls. Nice speed that time from Kyle Lowry. 30 points for DeMar DeRozan.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Dallas calls timeout.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes naturally to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
The free throw drops for Dirk Nowitzki. We'll get back to Kyle Lowry. The reason he's always a triple-double threat, Clark, because of his great work on the glass for a guard. Tough, strong, relentless, and committed to getting rebounds.
He's got the attitude of a power forward, even though he is a point guard. That's why he's one of the best rebounding guards in the league. It's his mentality.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Parsons. Pass to Nowitzki. It's Matthews on the wing. Gets to the corner and buries it. Matthews has got 36.
Dirk Nowitzki, he can dish the rock too.
Raptors trail by 14. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Valanciunas dishes to Carroll. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Lowry from outside. Shot no good. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of...
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Sade, I like that, Greg.
Carroll with the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Carroll's got 9 points in the quarter.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Feeds it to Matthews. To the middle. The kick out to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Parsons. There's the triple. And Scola pulls it down. Scola's got 6 rebounds in the game. Carroll with it. Scola drives in. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And for Louis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career, then signed with Indiana, who had David West at the 4. Off the bench, though, Scola still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for other teams.
The free throw drops for Scola. Greg, you were talking about Scola. He has the physical skills, Clark, to make a difference.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he's not spectacular in anything, but he's really solid in just about everything. A pro's pro, and he adds value, tremendous value to any team he's on.
And so Luis Scola nails both of them.
Excellent game we've seen from Luis Scola. 18 points and 1 steal. He's been tough on the inside and displayed great vision with his passing, too.
And you know what? He is the total package today, giving them a little bit of everything.
Valanciunas, good.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
That one goes. Count it. Here's Lowry. On the wing to Rosen. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 32 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question, I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead. Oh, he's just angry from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Lowry inside the line. Carroll passes to Lowry. Raptors get it back. DeRozan shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. DeRozan's got 10 points here in the second half. Mavericks leading by 9. In the corner, Parsons with it. No good on the 3. Toronto's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. And DeRozan throws it down.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
And here are the Mavericks now. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Parsons. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
And back to Chandler Parsons. His versatility is so valuable to any scheme. We've now seen that in both Houston and Dallas. He gives you percentages and good production every time out.
He does, Kevin, but the one area where I'd like to see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
Nowitzki dishes to Williams. Parsons on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Parsons got 43 points.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him. And he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Williams kicks to Parsons. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Toronto calls timeout.
And Chandler Parsons, changing teams last season, saw a little bit of a regression. Down in points, rebounds, and assists, but more troubling, down in field goal and free throw percentage. So you can tell that that transition to a new team, new system, new role definitely had an impact.
And a wide open look for Valanciunas. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Valanciunas has got 13 points now in the quarter. Mavericks leading by 10. Williams passes to Pachulia. Pass to Matthews. Left side Williams. Shoots it. And another basket for Dallas. Chandler Parsons coming over from Houston to Dallas, moving into a new scheme, a different scheme than he had with the Rockets. It was his first go-around with Coach Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, and it's not easy for a player to adjust to a coach, a new coach, or a new coach to adjust to a player. That takes some time. It's a two-way street. We know Parsons has the talent.
Here's Matthews. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
The shot by Carroll, no good. Dallas has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. .130 left here in the fourth quarter. Here is Lowry. DeRozan in the corner. Plenty of space. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. DeRozan's got 40 points.
He is just self-willing, this team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
And Parsons kicks to Williams. Back to Parsons. He dishes it to Nowitzki. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Mavericks.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3, it paid off for him in the end.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. But I think the next game will be hotly contested.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Parsons. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Here's DeRozan. That 3 off the mark. Parsons outside. Here's Nowitzki. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Here's Joseph. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kev saying thank you for tuning in. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Chandler Parsons. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
He was an offensive dynamo for them tonight. The way it was going, you could see sky was the limit for him in terms of scoring. And he didn't stop, at least until he was going to get 40.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.